Part of the ship, part of the crew. Hello there, pirates. It is me, Captain Hook, with another video here. This is a Midgard Monday. This is just our locals once again, here with some more gameplay. This time around, I decided to bring Ace out for a little fun, see how it did against some of these meta matches, you know, red being red. So I decided to break it out of retirement and see how it goes. So unfortunately, our first game went up against Katakuri, and we did not manage to escape that one, but it was really close. Came really down to just simple counters in hand. But for this match right here, we're going against a mono blue DOFFY. So she goes ahead and plays down her character, which allows her to draw some cards and rearrange them in a certain manner. We are on our third dawn turn here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to swing 8 to face. We're trying to get some cards at hand or have her pull out the life. She opts to take a life. And I pass. She's now on her 4 dawn turn. And she's going ahead and swing 8 at my face and use her leader ability. And she pulls a DOFFY. And she's going to look at the top, rearrange, and then put it back on the deck in any manner in which she finds fit. She goes ahead and puts it back to the top of the deck and passes. So that DOFFY is a rested blocker currently, and she has 1 active blocker currently. So we had some decent cards in hand to kind of fight around this. So we're going to start with a nice cheeky 6 to life, get a card out of hand. It's a Kaya, and we're going to go ahead and play the Marco blocker. Excellent card to have, but unfortunately it's not going to be sticking around for me since my life pool is a little high. So we go ahead and pass after the Marco for their turn. Going to swing 7 at life. I'm going to head and take my first one, bringing us down to 4 lives. No trigger there. And she uses leader ability to pull the boa. To use ability to have another Doflamingo blocker come out, in which allows to reconstruct the top 5. And then a pass. So we're going to start to build up steam here pretty soon, establish a board, start trying to get some swings in. We're allocating the dawn. So I have a decent amount of cards in hand here, trying to figure out the best avenue. I mean, there's 1, 2, there's 3 blockers active. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to play Sanji, which allows us to add rush off of the boa at 5,000. And we're going to swing right over, letting them choose whether to block or to counter out. They opt to counter out, and we're going to go another 6 at the boa, and they use a blocker there. So I pass turn. I'm feeling pretty good right now. They just have some small swinging blockers, which I don't think they were going to choose to opt to swing with anyway. So they're going to go ahead and play the 7-drop event from the OP06 and KO both my blocker and my Sanji. And then another swing 6, I discard a nice 2K to counter onto that. And we're now at 9 dawn. I'm kind of stuck here. I swing a little 5 in, and it's a block. I'm trying to figure out the best avenue to play. I know I have a Newgate in my hand, and there it is. Newgate giving me a little plus 2,000 boost there for the turn. That's just going to make it a little bit more difficult for if they decide to swing with the blockers to chip away at my life here. We're now 7k lead. We're still at 3 lives to their 4, and they drop the blue Kaido. Allowing them to draw 4 cards, and they pass. So I'm going to go ahead, restand my leader, and try to evaluate here. I mean, they're still at a healthy life with two active blockers. So, I do have a couple events in hand that could help the situation 100%, as well as, some other utility cards that could be played in the same turn. But we're going to go ahead and rest 3, and we're going to play a Fire Fist, in discarding a Jet Pistol, and that's going to pop both of the blockers there. Just a little bit of literature. It'd be a 5 and a 4. So for our next swings here, so just the lonely Kaido's left. I mean, I'm at 3 life. It's not super critical. I'm not too worried. As far as life goes here, I'm just trying to allocate the Dawn in a correct manner to best play. So we're going to go ahead and swing, I believe it's 7 at life, trying to get, a couple cards out of hand, in which we do get, and then a nice 10k at life with the new gate. Then we're going to rest 3 for Shariah. It's an insanely good blocker. It matches the leader's swing. It currently boosts the base power up to whatever their leader swings. So if they swing first with leader and they're swinging 8k, the blocker now is 8k. So then it's just a simple 1k counter out. It's a great card. I go ahead and discard a Makino. You can't see it, slightly off screen. They're deciding what to do with their Dawn. They got the Kaido active still. Arrest 3 for another DOFFY blocker. This going against this deck was actually insane with the amount of blockers that I had to face. But again, with the blockers, we weren't really in too much trouble as of now into the stage of the game. So now they're going to, I forget, I think that was a Red Rock event to just bottom deck my Shariah, because again, it is a very, very good card. Definitely something that the opponent would like to get rid of. So we're on our next turn here. We draw. We're at 10 Dawn strong. Trying to look for options. And I don't really have much high power cards, I believe, in hand at this point. We're just trying to figure out, what we can do, rush wise. So we're gonna play 1, and we're gonna drop down the Otama to give a little negative there. And then we only did that to sync with the new gate to pop a 3 cost or less. So that was our little cheeky combo. And then we go ahead and attach 2 for the combo and swung in 12. So it was a 12 over, and then pop the blocker. And then we're going to go with a nice 7k swing to ace. We're going to drop another Shariah. Now this is going to be very helpful for us in protecting either the new gate or life at this point. And we're keeping 2 Dawn active here. We have a Rad Beam and a guard point in hand. This is just in case, of course. We needed to get out of something sticky. So they're going to go ahead and play a Perona. And I believe it's top 5 they get to look at. And they rearrange and leave it on top. They take a browse at trash. They're seeing the DOFFY in there. Doing some Dawn allocation. So I mean, again, the Shariah is just it's a tough card to go against, and trying to play around it is also semi-difficult. It can go very tall, which, okay, so they're gonna go with a nice 5k to life here. We're going to give them a Makino 2K. They're going to go ahead and swing the big Kaido. And we're going to take that life. We're feeling pretty safe. There's no other swings, really. You know, we have the Shiraya available, and they go for an X Drake, which is, again, another blocker. And they go with another Boa, another blocker. Very nice looking card, by the way. And then they go ahead and pass. So we're going to scoop up our Tendon, and we got to, again, figure out how to get past 2 active blockers. 2 lives remaining. Their card in hand size is fairly small. So we're going to go ahead and use the Ezo and search, and right off the top we get a nice ace. And this is going to be fantastic for us here. So I'm putting the 2 Dawn aside. That's just for my counters, my guard point, and my rad beam, just to make sure that I'm always protected. And we're going to go ahead and drop down this ace here. We're going to put negative 3,000 to the X Drake and the Kaido. And we're going to go ahead and swing 5 in. They go ahead and counter out, and we'll swing a 7. They're going to go ahead and counter out again. We'll go a big 10. And this is at the Kaido here, and then a block is taken. So I only have like 3 or 4 cards in hand at this point. Really small hand size. We are sitting on some decent counter. Potentially this is their last turn that, you know, to try to make something happen. Because as the board state looks, you know, I do have quite a few. You know, I got 2 heavy hitters and then ace, of course. So they're going to go ahead and stack some Dawn next to the DOFFY. And they're going to go ahead and swing. Now I'm thinking here whether to either take this, block with Shiraya, counter route. I'm asking how much Dawn is left. So I go ahead and block the incoming from DOFFY. And then again, Shiraya just matches the power in which it came in from the leader. You know, we're having like a little discussion about that card specifically. So I had to go ahead and, you know, just to clarify, get the card checked, and make sure how I was playing it was correct. Again, tricky card, tricky wording. It did in fact come back true. So that was an AK block, and I just discarded a counter to keep it alive. And then they go ahead and swing the Kaido. I do a little Dawn check just to kind of see what's the best avenue here for counter. I go ahead and take the life because I know I have decent counter in hand, but we pull out a Fiery Doll, trigger negative 10k, and we really stumped them there on the X Drake attack. They swing the rest on Perona. I guard point, I rad beam, and then she decided to scoop. Very great game, great opponent. I appreciate it as always, and thanks for watching.